Would you say that? I guess true. This is kind of a conditional statement. Can all floor traders be desk traders, and can all desk traders be floor traders?
No.
Okay.
No way. I think it takes a completely different type of person to stand on your feet all day and scream and yell at the top of your lungs and to read people's faces and to, be incredibly athletic and be pushed and leaned on, as it does. The opposite of that would be to sit patiently and quietly in an office or in your home or, some quiet environment and click a mouse and wait patiently for opportunities. I think that you couldn't ask for two different, environments. And I think that that's the deviation there. And that's why a lot of the guys who were extremely successful on the floor have a terrible time on a computer.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's absolutely true. I mean, I've known many floor traders who have attempted to make the transition and not that they can't do it, but I think it's just a different set of skills. I mean, when you're, as you said, when you're down on the floor, it's so much, it's sports, as you said. You're pushing, shoving, screaming, trying to see that the guy's hurt, and I'm gonna drive him into the ground while he's hurt. Or, I've had a good day, I'm gonna help him out, while I can right now, so he'll help me next time. Or I owe this guy one, that type of thing. The guys know when in the pit, they know that they're having a good day or they know that they're having a bad day. They know from working with those guys day in, day out, that's their plant, that's their, structure to go in and fight these fights. So, again, I think there are different skill sets that are needed to trade upstairs versus on the floor. And so, and again, is one better than the other? I don't necessarily think there's an easy answer to that. Yeah.
I don't think that there's an easy answer to that either. Rick Santelli, I talked to him and he was a real joy to talk to because he's very passionate and extremely animated. And I think he did one of the better jobs kind of explaining it. And it might even be in the trailer. I think it is. Or one of the videos we have online. He says, would you rather watch a football game on an HD TV with a camera giving you all the action? Or would you rather just have a camera focused on a scoreboard and watch the game that way? And he says that, in a sense, is what a lot of these floor traders kind of feel has happened. And you'll even hear guys say, you know what, screw it, it's just not fun anymore. And people who are outside of that environment don't really understand that, and then they start being like, well, it's finance. It's not supposed to be fun. But, these guys, the floor traders are absolutely passionate about what they did. And to take away that ability and to take away that playing field and to say, hey, here's your mouse, this is your tool now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and it's just, they can't even fathom it. And so, I kind of, I understood it. I don't want to say I felt sorry for anybody, but I certainly could understand where they were coming from. So,
well, again, to use the car analogy, it got, it was the same thing with manufacturing of cars and parts. I mean, you had robots and machines that were programmed to, you had adult supervision on the machines basically, but other than that. The manual labor was greatly reduced to, as you said, a programmed machine doing all the tightening and the bolts and doing the whole thing.
Yeah, and I've been asked by, sort of non-finance interviewers and media and things, what's the relevance of this film outside of trading? And I think that that's my answer, is just, this is a story that's happened countless times in our culture and in our history. And, it's invention versus convention. And it's the sort of, the old way of doing things standing up to the newer way of doing things. And, that's what fascinated me. Finance doesn't fascinate me in the least bit. It's these people's struggles and these people's adaptations and their attempts to adapt is what really fascinated me. And I think, that I'm hoping, that, people like the film, and I hope that that's why they like it. It's because it's a story about people faced with a reality that their world is being completely changed before their eyes. And a lot of these guys, they're in their 40s and 50s, and some are even in their 60s. And they're like, now what? What do I do now?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in our country